first time I saw the Mille Miglia was in either 87 or 88, and we were in Europe travelling around in a VW Beetle, and we just saw it as literally just saw the cars roaring by and spent an afternoon watching them. I think it's been stuck in my mind for nearly 30 years. And then we were talking about how we could test the products that we sell, and then it morphed into build a car, do the Mille Miglia, what a thing to do.
And he's always talked about, when he saw the race in Italy, he's always talked about it. And when he was turning 40, he looked at applying and stuff, but he was super busy with just campers. So we finally got in this year, when he's about to be 50. I think it was an opportunity to really put a Beetle through its paces, and I don't think there's been too many Beetles that have taken part, and there have been even fewer that have completed. So I think it was an interesting choice.
There's been about 9 or 10 Beetles have done it in the past, and the last one to do it was a coalition between the Grumman family, who are big classic car collectors in Germany, and Volkswagen Classic. And that one, the rear hub stripped out, but they had lots of problems with the car in general. And other people that have done it have all said they had loads of problems with the cars. And even though I'd done 1,200 odd miles in the UK testing the car and had no problems with it, everybody had whipped me up into a frenzy. So we loaded up a T6 van to the roof, literally, with spares, including a full spare engine.
Personally, it was overcoming the fear that came before the event. I hadn't done any navigating before. So I didn't want to be the person, to let us down. I was pretty confident that Jack wouldn't let us down. And I know that Mark, he's done road trips across the US where he's driven for 18 hours before, so he'd be fine.
And then suddenly, that's it. There is no turning back. You've got to go.
And then once we were out on the road, it was all down to me. It felt super precarious, especially at the beginning. It felt like one missed direction would get you just completely lost. And then obviously the huge time penalties for being late or early to things. So it was really kind of mentally demanding the whole way around.
Go Mark, go!
Vedete dalla mascherina interna, la TR2 è la capostipite della serie delle TR.
And then day 2 was just epic. We drove from something like 8:30 in the morning till about 1 o'clock in the morning.
There weren't really that many scary moments. I mean, I trust Mark 100%. So all these scary overtakes that he was doing, where you have to kind of jump out into the oncoming traffic, overtake someone, and jump back in. I knew that he was going to do it, safely and sensibly.
As we entered into towards Rome, you could see ahead just fast flashes of lightning and thunder.
And then that was it. The heavens opened, and it was the most intense rain I've ever seen. We couldn't see more than kind of 15 foot in front of us. Couldn't really hear each other speak because of the sound of the rain on the roof. That whole evening was the most stressed I think any of us were the whole time. So the third day we'd been told was going to be the worst. That was the day when, tensions in the car were going to be, you'd been run ragged, you're both tired. We really kind of steeled ourselves for it to be horrible, but it was lovely. It was, a really nice drive up from Rome, up towards Parma, lovely countryside again. Driving through all these small villages with, their local classic car clubs. They had their little cars out on display, like on the village green and stuff, and they were waving us past. Everyone loved it. We decided already the third day, when we finished the Mille Miglia, we'd already decided that we wanted to do another one. So it was. It's just an event that you can't help but love. The fourth day was just kind of a blur, really. We were so tired on the 4th day. I think we calculated we'd had about 10 hours sleep in the last kind of 3 or 4 days.
The last day was good because actually we got to know a lot of people along the way, so it became much more of a social event.
It was a fairly short run, only took kind of half a day to get from Parma back up to Brescia for the finish line of the Mille Miglia.
And then you had to queue up in numerical order, so you all came back over the ramp in as close as they could get you into numerical order.
So it was great. It was a great atmosphere, rolling up that onto the podium. The guy who was handing out the medals said, "Oh, I was following your car for a while. It's very, very fast." And we're like, "Yeah, it's done all right." No one really expected it. Every time we pulled up at a hotel, the other competitors would be like, "So what have you actually done to that Beetle? 'Cause that's not a normal Beetle." We're like, "Oh no, it is. We've just put, a period correct, a Crasser race engine in the back. That's all we've done to it. It's nothing." And we really hadn't done anything too dramatic. It is, pretty much a stock Beetle with an Crasser engine in it. But that Crasser engine really made all the difference.
For me, a result was to finish, but actually we ended up, so there was 460 cars and we ended up as 223 out of 460, which I thought was amazing, really amazing. It was an amazing experience, but the whole build up to it was all about disaster, and actually it just turned out to be good quality parts, take you around the world.